Hello, my name is Gaël Fretter. I'm the author of PostSharp. On November 3rd, I will be giving a presentation on aspect-oriented programming on Microsoft.NET for the LinkedIn.NET user group. Indeed, more and more people are getting interested in AOP. When asked about this technology, most teams answer it is something they are considering to add to their architecture for the next projects. And the first part is a gentle introduction to aspect-oriented programming. One of the most successful myths about AOP is that the technology is new. And it is true. The technology is actually only 15 years old. If you compare it to the 40 years of object-oriented programming, you can consider it is new. Yet, in the Java ecosystem, it had the time to become mainstream. So the question is if it is mainstream in the Java ecosystem, why isn't it in .NET? So in this introduction, I will try to make the case for AOP by telling you the story of a nice and small piece of code becoming bigger and bigger with age. And so as any story, this one has its moral, and it raises questions. Why do we write ugly code? Do we have alternatives inside OOP? And why should we care about AOP anyway? This will be the introduction. Then it will be enough for theory, and we'll go to live coding. And we will see how we can use aspects to address an annoying feature of every SIG client, such as WPA for WinForms. And this feature is switching to and from a background thread. And I will show that with aspect-oriented programming, all we have to do is to play with a custom attribute. In the third part, we will go back to PowerPoint and back to slides, back to theory, to compare build time and runtime frameworks. Because AOP is an approach to development. It can be implemented in a number of ways. And PostSharp is maybe the only framework specialized in AOP, but there are other projects providing a subset of AOP as a part of their whole functionality. For instance, Spring.NET, Castle, Unity, or LIDNUG. So I will try to explain the pros and the cons of different technologies. And there are two big families of AOP frameworks, build time and runtime. I will compare the technologies from a long list of points of view. Of course, being the author of PostSharp, I'm biased, but I can guarantee that PostSharp doesn't win on all points. Then it will be time for another session of live coding, and I will show a more complex aspects. Notify property changed. So I will show how an aspect can implement the interface iNotify property changed and hook into all property setters. But once the aspect will be done, all we will have to do is to add a custom attribute to the base classes of your domain model. And just the base classes, and PostSharp will do the rest. This will be a live presentation for the LinkedIn.NET user group on November 3rd.